So back in 2018, I got a cold email from this producer wanting to make a TV show about me. And it wasn't somebody that was going to lock me in a basement and do some misery, whatever, Silence of the Lambs type scenario. It was a real producer that had a lot of shows under his belt. And he had started up his own production company after working for Discovery, making shows like Deadliest Catch, Axemen, Storage Wars, that kind of stuff for years, and was going out on his own and was trying to find talent to pitch and make TV shows. And for whatever reason, he saw one of my YouTube videos at the time in 2018, maybe had 200,000 subscribers. Not getting a whole lot of views, but doing pretty well. Very clunky, a lot of jump cuts, not very good. When I watch those other videos, I kind of cringe sometimes, but I guess he saw something there and sent me a cold email. And this producer's name was Brandon Killian. He had started Bright Bay Creative, and he was pitching me to Verizon, the telephone company at the time, because they were starting a streaming platform for their customers, and they were trying to spend, I think, $100 million is what I remember, as quickly as possible, making content for their customers. And I was the lucky one that they picked up, along with many others. They didn't pay me $100 million. They didn't pay me $1 million. I think I got around $100,000 for it the whole season, 22 episodes, about 3 or 4 months of filming. So good money, but not a whole lot of money in the TV world since. But I was making my own TV show. And I was buying hoopties, doing crazy things with them, taking it to the car. It was sort of similar to my YouTube channel. But right as we wrapped production, filming all 22 of these episodes, Verizon decided that they were not going to do very well in the streaming business. It was going to be a big hole financially, and they just wrote the whole thing off and canceled it. But I had been paid. The show was done. It was finished. It was edited, so they needed to find a new home. And for one season, that was the History Channel. My first season of Car Issues aired once on the History Channel, and then it was done. But then Motor Trend actually bought it up for their new streaming platform, Motor Trend On Demand, or Motor Trend TV at the time, and it got a second life on their streaming platform and did really well on there. So they actually picked up a second season. I thought I was done, but by some miracle, I got a second season on Motor Trend. And what they valued at the time was how many people they could get subscribed to their paywall behind this Motor Trend streaming on demand. And a lot of people got very angry because Roadkill was one of the biggest shows on YouTube at the time, and it got put behind a paywall along with several others. And a lot of people were angry at that sense, but it was only like $1 or $5 a month, depending on what deal or promotion that they had. And actually around the time that we finished filming season 2, they had a 99-cent a month promotion that I told my fans, gave them a discount code, and they had thousands of new signups from my fans to watch the second show. So immediately signed up for a season 3. But that is when Motor Trend was having some serious money problems. They were their own group, and they were throwing so much money at this streaming paywall platform, licensing Top Gear with Dax Shepard and the other 2 hosts and spending who knows how many millions on that show, and obviously it not paying off, along with everything else. They were not becoming in the car Netflix that they wanted. So they decided to sell it completely to Warner Brothers Discovery. But I had been renewed for a 3rd season. But the parameters of success with Warner Brothers had completely changed. I remember getting a Christmas care package with all the cool stuff that Warner Brothers does, and Welcome to the Family, and I got some cool Harry Potter one and really nice food and jellies, and it was a really nice multi-$100 gift bag from them. Welcome to the Warner Brothers family and all that stuff. But their metric for value in my show was now linear cable TV ratings on the Motor Trend TV show. So they put it on the streaming platform, but they also put it on the Motor Trend channel at the same time. Not really where my audience goes. Most of them have cut the cord. They're not on cable, but I still managed to rate. So in the top 150 TV shows, I was in the 70s, 80s, beating out some CNN shows and some other things, which not hard to do nowadays, but was doing okay, but not good enough in their metric. But there was no moment of getting canceled. This show's done, it's over, no more Car Issues with Tyler Hoover. They just sort of did Irish goodbye. They never said yes, they never said no, there was never a maybe. It's kind of like well, we'll see how we're looking with the budgets and all that stuff. But then the people that we knew inside the network were gone, and it was a musical chairs. Nobody really wanted to stick their neck out. And once again, Warner Brothers was hemorrhaging money with this platform. And then they decided to cancel Motor Trend TV streaming altogether, just completely done, and just have the channel. So when I knew I was cooked is when Motor Trend decided to circle the wagons and only save the shows that they produce in-house. Since I was using Brandon with a Bright Bay and outside production, I knew it wasn't getting renewed, because obviously if Motor Trend is using their own in-house production to make the shows, they make more money, so they're going to favor the shows that they make themselves, not outside productions. So yeah, I knew I was done. But a year goes by, and the dramatic news comes of Motor Trend shutting down their production entirely. Roadkill is dead. Everything is gone. They're canceling everything, not making any more shows at all. I believe Meekum Collector Car Auction was still going on there, and they had existing content they were going to run out to the end, but the production house that was making all their shows was folding up. No more. Everyone let go, and all these shows were canceled. So we're thinking, is Motor Trend done? Is it completely over? Is it gone? Well, no, they were slimming it down to sell it off again to Hearst, which Hearst is a big publishing empire. William Randolph Hearst and the Hearst Castle. If you've been there in Northern California, pretty incredible, that house that he built over 100 years ago from newspapers, I believe, but it's evolved as a company, and its most recent purchase in the car world that's pretty famous is Bring a Trailer, which when it was bought, it was selling probably a few hundred cars a week, Monday through Friday, to 7 days a week, packing it full of cars. They're trying for 1,000 cars a week at this point. An explosion in sales and a major disruptor to the auction industry as far as the in-person auction and everything else. So them buying Motor Trend as far as a media property, I guess sort of makes sense. But Motor Trend, when they were on their own, taking that huge gamble with the streaming platform and failing, lost a ton of money. And then Warner Brothers, it's like they lose money on purpose because they're making terrible decisions with everything that they do. And Motor Trend was run into the ground. The streaming service shut down and combined into Max, which is weird. My show's on HBO Max now with Game of Thrones and things. Very strange. And now Hearst. What are they going to do with Motor Trend? And that's the fascinating thing. They bought it, but we haven't really heard what is going to happen. Obviously, there's still the cable channel. There's still content going out, but their in-house production completely wiped out. What is Hearst going to do? I'd suggest Car Trek, We're available. Or bring car issues back. I don't know.
If you get a ticket, the first thing you should do is text a picture of it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. You'll be facing costly fines, risks of suspension, possible jail time, points on your license, higher insurance premiums, and a lot of bad things that they can help you to avoid. You can also find them at the link in the description below, but the Ticket Clinic is a nationwide law firm with brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they've got attorneys everywhere, and that's what's most important, because a local attorney will know exactly how the local laws work, know the people who are in charge, and get you the best outcome possible. So text a picture of your ticket to 305-305 or click the link in the description below to fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.